What's up, everybody? How are you doing? We are talking about everything on this week's podcast. This is the Daps and Pounds Show. Dobie, give them a little bit of what we're talking about.
Yeah, we talk about everything. We start from the creation. We talk about brain surgery.
In the beginning.
We talk about none of that. But what we do talk about is Championships by Meek Mill. Meek Mill is back. We break that album down. There have been some really, really, really good songs from Big KRIT here. We also have a new Nicki Minaj song. We talk about that a little bit. We talk about some other albums, a band that Malcolm really likes, 1975?
The 1975.
Hey, yo. So yeah, and then Malcolm talks about a little bit of a beef with Def Jam. Why has he got beef with Def Jam?
I hate you, Def Jam.
Yeah, so we basically just talk a lot about new music. Of course, she gives you that good, good, bad, bad. But this is season 2, episode 44. We hope you enjoy.
Squaw.
Two mics, two friends, one show, let's go. Two mics, two friends, one show, let's go. Let's go, yeah. Two mics, two friends, one show, let's go. Let's go, let's go. Two mics, two friends, one show, let's go. The Daps and Pounds show. This is the Daps and Pounds show. Yeah, you know.
What's up, everybody? How are you doing? We are here. We have done it. Christmas is approaching, and so is this episode of what? My name is Malky. To my left, we have
Dobie.
Represent two mics,
Two friends.
and one show.
The Daps and Pounds show.
We are here, guys. I think that it's appropriate to start this episode by saying, hold up, wait a minute. Y'all thought I was finished.
When I pulled that Aston Martin, y'all thought it was rented?
I forgot the rest of the words to that song, actually. But,
oh,
good song.
Dude, man, intro.
Intro from Meek, man. We're going to be talking a lot about Meek on this episode. He dropped the highly anticipated Championships album. We're talking about Meek Mill, but we have other music and other fun stuff to talk about as well. So we're going to get the party started. Dobie, where can they find us on social media?
You guys can find us on Daps_Pounds, Instagram, Twitter, or you can visit our website at www.dapsandpoundsent.com.
That's right.
And you can, it's like I need to be one of those. I need to try to read one. That'd be so funny if we said I did a pre-recording of that and did it like a like one of those ads where like
Contest
you can get
wins.
2 for $2.99. Welcome to the Daps and Pounds show. You too can talk to Malcolm or Dobie at Daps_Pounds. Feel free.
That'd be hilarious. Guys, if you've never heard this podcast before, welcome, first of all. And then make sure you go to all the outlets that Dobie just said if you want to get in contact with us more. We start this podcast every single week off with good, bad. It's just a way for your co-host to talk to you guys so you know a little bit more about us. So good, bad. I'll say that a good for me was Friendsgiving. We have Friendsgiving, getting together with everybody we love, and eating and enjoying conversation and talking. And then my bad for the week is this combination of rain that we've had with like ice this past week.
Yeah,
Really
weather's
annoying.
been rough.
Really annoying. Not so much for my driving per se, but just to do other things and to get other people around. I don't like it, man. I don't like it. I wish it could be 70 degrees all the time.
So, Malcolm, we just had FG6. So, explain to somebody, one, for the listeners who might not know what Friendsgiving is, and two, if they have never had a Friendsgiving, explain to them why you feel like they should.
You should have a Friendsgiving because we noticed in our friend group that everyone gets older. We have a really weird friend group, actually, because the same people, for the most part, have kept in contact with each other for years and years after other people and their friends would have broken apart and moved different places, and all that stuff has happened, but we always find a way to circle back for Friendsgiving. So when you go to Friendsgiving, it's an opportunity to catch up with people that you don't get to see necessarily weekly. Like, I see the majority of my friends weekly, but for the people that you get to see once a month, or you might hang out and go to a movie with every once in a while, it's good for people to come together. Also, food is a big part of it. It's playing off of the Thanksgiving theme. So food is huge. People come and make their favorite stuff. And then it's just a lot of fellowship because we talk about old stories, we laugh, we joke, we kid, and have a good time. So if you don't have a Friendsgiving with your friends, you should probably start having a Friendsgiving. It is really important, and it's something that we try to do every year.
I honestly thought you were going to say your bad is the fact that you were deceived into eating ranch.
No. That's not my bad because the bad that happened, for those that don't know, I only like tomato-based sauces. I do not like ranch. I don't like, what else is there? I don't like mayonnaise. I don't like any of these weird sauces that people eat. So they made a bacon pie and they put ranch powder, not like this sauce, I guess, but just the ranch powder. They put that in the bacon pie and they tricked me and I didn't know that it was in it. So I ate it and they were like, is it good? And I was like, yeah, it's good. And then they told it. They told me that they had deceived me and sabotaged me. But it's okay. That is a good. This is a good thing because now I get to come at them like a cheetah. That's why it's good. It's opened up my eyes. Sometimes you don't know who your real friends are. And now I know, and now I'm going to destroy them, specifically Ellie and Brandon. I'm going to destroy them. So it's fine. Everything's fine. Everything's cool. What about you? Good, bad.
Good, bad. I would say this is a pretty straightforward week. Nothing crazy. Friendsgiving definitely was a good part of it. End of the month turned out decent, I would say. So that's good. Looking forward to the Christmas time and all that. I was able to get off. I think I'll have 5 days off in a row where we'll see Mary's family and my family for the Christmas holidays.
Nice.
So that's good. I would say, yeah, we didn't really watch anything crazy. We've been watching The Rookie. I don't know if you've watched that at all.
It's like a cop show.
Cop show. Not bad at all. Been watching that. YouTube. I've been just watching a lot of YouTube videos. Have you ever watched Mr. Beast?
Mr. Beast.
Yeah. So he's like a guy who just, you can tell he spends a lot to make a lot.
Okay.
So he has like a lot of challenges with his friends. Like there was just a new challenge where it was between 5 individuals in a huge pool of slime. And the first one to get, or the last one to get out of the slime won 20 grand. So he does like a lot of those kind of challenges, and I just watch them all because it's like very interesting, and it always makes you think like, how long would you last? Like they made one kid leave because he literally was like shivering and his lips are turning blue, and they're like, "Yo, like you could get 20 grand, but if you're dead, it ain't worth it."
No.
So they literally like were like, if you get out now, whoever wins will give you like $1,000 because they were like genuinely concerned for him.
Yeah.
So, anyways, just been watching a lot of YouTube video. Yeah, I mean, everything's been going pretty good. Nothing crazy here. The weather stinks, but Mary loves this kind of weather. So, I mean, it's kind of a trade, I guess, between us. So yeah, you know, life is good. Life is good.
Yeah, and I will say another part of the good for both of us is new music. New music has been out, and as we come into the close of the fourth quarter, we were kind of wondering what big could possibly drop. So let's just say that the Tekashi 6ix9ine album had hype around it, but because he got arrested and stuff like that, didn't really have the impact. It got put out, it got leaked, and then it was put out. So it's an album that came out. I wouldn't say like it's this huge monster of an album. One album is though, and one album is going to have people talking until the new year probably, and that's Championships by Meek Mill. Meek had been gone. He was in jail for about 2 years. There was a lot of crazy controversial circumstances around him being put in jail. Robert Kraft, the owner of the Patriots, the owner of the Philadelphia 76ers, Jay-Z, they put up a lot of money and hired private investigators to try and get him out of jail. They did. His case is not dismissed though. We should make that clear because I think some people think he's just like free now, and he's not. He's technically out on bail.
A lot of it has to do with the issue with the judge, right?
Yeah, exactly. And they won't dismiss the case, even though they found out that one of the arresting officers was a dirty cop who had like a bunch of like cases against him and stuff like that. So it's just crazy how it's not being thrown out.
I think he's been handling himself very well. He's literally doing the exact opposite of these, like some of these younger dudes like Tekashi, where he got out. He's rapping more so about. He literally is rapping about putting guns down. Like
there's only like 1 or 2 songs on the album that are gun bar, like shoot 'em up songs, and we're talking about Meek, who prior to all of the stuff was a street like.
Yeah.
Very, very, very gun heavy rapper. So he's made all of the right moves coming into this championships album. There's a lot of hype around it. And Thursday, when the track list was released, I think that was when people started saying, at least I did in my head, people start saying like, yo, we knew that there was probably going to be some good features on here. He had given you Uptown Vibes with Fabulous already. We knew that was going to be there, but we didn't necessarily understand the gravity of some of these features. It's a long project, I will say that. It is 19 songs, but overall, this is going to make a pretty big impact in the game. Like it or not, Meek Mill is back with championships. How'd you like the album overall? That's my song, man.
This is a top 10 album for me.
Okay.
The beats are crazy. I love the same. I mean, I never thought I would have heard LMI with Meek Mill, and it sounds great. The only person who can sing the days of the week better is Craig David, okay? And so she gets second place for that. But there's just a lot of songs that I can see myself personally coming back to. It makes, honestly, like, and the way listening to this, I don't work out, but I could listen to this and go, yo, this is going to be on a lot of workout playlists, a lot of gym playlists.
Yeah.
And I could potentially hear some of these songs on certain movies. I think during the NBA playoffs, don't be surprised if you don't hear some of this stuff. Like, I think artists are starting to kind of think of that now. And I think with Meek Mill, it was almost like he's becoming the people's champ is what he's trying to do here, you know? And I think he's trying to show everybody, like, I'm trying to win. I'm trying to beat this case. I'm trying to show everybody I'm getting my act together. Back in those days, like, I set my beef aside. I was wilding out. I was on drugs back then. I was in a bad relationship. I'm good now. Like, that's pretty much what this album's about.
Yeah, I agree. I think he did everything right publicly leading up to this, music aside. He's been very forthcoming about, I was addicted to Percocets and I did stupid stuff. He reunited with Drake. And he's done the right thing. Like, he doesn't talk badly about Nicki, even though we know that there's some drama there.
Right.
I mean,
that's why he got a Cardi feature. He didn't need to say anything. He just put Cardi on it.
He's done everything right that he's supposed to do. I think what you said about him becoming the people's champ is probably a great way to sum it up. I mean, he's from Philly, the Rocky theme, you know, he's going with the people. He's the guy that was counted out. I mean, he gave you an underdog feel with the Drake beef, but the music didn't back it up, and he handled things wrong. This time, it's an underdog feel, but it's like, okay, I'm up now, I'm good, and we're rolling. So shout out to Meek, man. Championships is out right now. We're going to dive into a few of these songs. One thing that I did want to notice and say that I think is interesting that I didn't know if I liked becoming a trend again, but I think I do. Number 7, Splash Warning, with Future, Roddy Ricch, and Young Thug. When artists put people on their albums and have interludes that they're not associated with, sometimes I don't like it, and then sometimes I think I like it because it shows a transition between halves, like the halves of the albums, like,
right.
Oh, this is like this mode that we're going into. The Skepta interlude on More Life, Buried Alive interlude with Kendrick. Drake's done it quite a bit.
Yeah.
So to have
he did. Omarion did Omarion sing that?
Which one?
Wasn't there an interlude with Omarion?
So Far Gone.
Okay,
Or So
I
Far
thought
Gone.
so. Yeah, I was like, wait a minute, so he's been doing it for a while.
Yeah, he's been doing it for a while. So splash warning, like to have a song on there that has nothing to do with Meek's voice actually, but it's just like a hype song, just to transition, whether you love the song or don't. I think it's a cool touch. I think it's more like it's a very Kanye thing to do as well. Like just put something there, put some music there, put some artists there that don't necessarily have anything to do with you rapping, but have something to do with your album and the tone, and it can really change some things. So it's pretty sick actually. I like that. So Uptown Vibes, we talked about that last week. I love it. Fabulous, Anuel, I guess is what you're supposed to say that, and I like that song a lot. I think it'll be a club banger for sure. On Me with Cardi B. Cardi, I think has some of her best bars on here. I really enjoyed it. Burners to Bundles, like that. She is stepping up her game, I think. I like Cardi B a lot.
Yeah.
And then What's Free, the most talked about song from this album with Rick Ross and Jay-Z, is just a masterclass from Jay-Z on rapping. Like it makes you not really want to rap if you rap. Like it's Jay-Z has an extremely important verse, possibly verse of the year. I don't know. I haven't thought that far into it yet, but it's crazy. And I think because Jay-Z's verse is so good, Rick Ross and Meek's verse aren't really talked about. But
and it's so funny because Jay-Z, I would say probably that would be the verse of the year so far in terms of a feature verse that everybody's talking about. I can't think of one.
I don't.
Maybe Rockstar by 21 Savage. That one was talked about a lot.
It was talked about a lot.
And by the way, I don't know if you saw it, but 21 Savage tweeted out that Meek Mill album made him tear up.
Yeah.
I thought that was funny.
I love everything about 21 Savage.
Me too.
If I was his manager, I could make him a lot of money. He would have a show by now. Trust me, 21 Savage could be a absolute superstar, and it would have nothing to do with music. He's amazing.
So you would want 21 Savage to do what Lil Yachty's doing?
Yeah, I would want 21 Savage to have a TV show. I would want him to do marketing behind some type of thing called Savage Cookware or something. I would turn him into just a total sellout. It'd be great. Make a lot of money. A lot of money. Because a reality TV show with someone like him would be so genuine. Like he doesn't know how to like read scripts and be fake.
Yeah.
He would just be himself. And
that's why I love the Atlanta interview with him.
Exactly.
It's so good.
And then there's like the old Ozzy Osbourne show, how he just like walk around the house and Sharon. 21 Savage could do that.
Yeah, that's true.
It'd be amazing. What are your thoughts on What's Free and the bars and everything like that?
Rick Ross sounds great.
Oh, yeah.
And I just feel like Jay-Z, man,
It's different.
He's in a different playing field.
Yeah.
I was just very, very impressed by it. I think it was awesome too how Meek Mill basically in a song was like, "Yo, Jay, I need a verse from you," and Jay-Z delivered. I thought it was great. I'm gonna have to think about some of the best verses because that's definitely up there.
What's crazy is I'll accept some rhymes from Jay that I don't accept from other people just because the way he says it is so like it sounds really smart. So if another rapper was like off the top of the dome, no comma, D sign, I failed, ha ha ha, I'd be like, okay. But the way he said it, I was like, yeah, this is crazy. Like he's so different.
Yeah.
Like it's just It's just different. And there were different parts to that verse that I thought, oh, he's going crazy right here. People are talking about the Michael and Prince DNA
Yep.
Related to Kanye West, and some people are wondering if it's a diss or not.
It's not a diss. He
It's
even
not a
tweeted
diss.
out.
I think it's funny that people on Twitter are like, what?
Well, Jay-Z even tweeted out like, no, it's not a diss. Like, I don't like the MAGA hat, but I'm at the same time like, don't try to put us up against each other. And then he goes, album's out, Drake is on it. Like, that's what I thought it was hilarious. Was like the fact that he just had to put in like Drake is on it. It's like Jay-Z knows like it's big for hip hop. I now want a song because of this beef is squashed. I need Drake, Rick Ross, Jay-Z, and the song's called Brag Different.
Well, first I need Rick and Drake again. I need that combination.
It's been a while.
They do amazing things on pianos. I need it. But yeah, that'd be nuts. A Drake and Jay-Z and Ross song. I think Drake and Jay-Z are gonna have their own song at some point again and really get to it. Different than Talk Up. Different than like. They're really going to get into it. They're really going to go back and forth and just play around. I think the culture needs it. I'm ready for it. I need it a lot. But yeah, the Prince and Michael thing was a great flip. I totally understood what he was saying. I think it's weird that people didn't. I mean, I thought it was pretty...
Yeah.
I heard it the first time and got what he was saying. And once again, he's teaching us about ownership and... Enjoy your change. What's the name of the guy with the toupee that owns your label again? Like, it's just like a different thing. Like, I don't have Tidal. I have Apple Music and Spotify. But when he raps and talks that talk, I'm like, I should probably be supporting
Tidal. Well,
I should probably be supporting like people who do own their own stuff and promote that type of thing.
And that's the thing too. Well, I've heard it. I don't remember if it was a Joe podcast or not, but it was basically saying like, shouldn't we all be supporting him because it's like it's a black owner, like black business, like so so. Anyways, I mean I'm with Tidal right now just mainly because they did the link up with Sprint, so I get that for free. From what I understand though, if you really can hear the difference of if like quality quality matters to you, then it's definitely there. And I do think out of everything, the thing that Tidal does the best is their live performances. They save a lot of the concert footage and stuff like that, which I think is cool. But yeah, I think Malcolm was right. Spotify still has them in terms of like playlist. My personal favorite song on this album is Championships. I love this beat. This beat made me want to like grab a pen.
Championships. I wanted Rick Ross on that song. Great beat though. I think it's my favorite song that Meek is on without
just
a feature.
By himself, yeah.
I really like Respect the Game though too. Respect the Game. I thought he did his thing as well. Championships are great though. I didn't need him singing on Almost Slipped. Like
it could be a cut song. I feel like I think for me personally, I listened to it. It took too long to get pretty good.
Yeah, I'll go with that.
Like in the middle of the song, you're like, "Hey, this isn't bad," but in the beginning, you're like, "Yeah, I'm not." Yeah. I think it was a vibe difference, and then it just shows though, like he can do it, but when he has a actual singer by him, it just makes it stand out way better.
Yeah, and then everyone's talking about the Going Bad song with Drake. That other than What's Free, that'll probably be the most talked about as far as behind the scenes. I saw that Drake might have turned this in like 7 hours before. A lot of people are like, "Yeah, we can tell," or something like that. It was pretty funny.
I felt like it was actually mixed really well. If it was 7 to 8 hours before the final release, so
I think they mean like effort maybe, and like the bars weren't necessarily there and stuff like that. But to me, I think I don't know what people expected.
Right.
I don't know if people expected this to be. They've never made like these super, super lyrical, amazing records together.
It was Amen and Rico, that's it.
People think I'm crazy. I still like Amen more than both of those. I think Amen just had like a different. Drake's verse on Amen is really, really good.
It is more of a poppy song.
It's a huge poppy song, yeah. And Rico's cool. I like Rico too, and I was just happy to see them back together again on this. I didn't have like these crazy expectations like this song is gonna shut the summer down. Like I didn't.
I feel like it would only shut it down if they actually like in the chorus is like saying something like, put the beef aside, or like, now we're ready to go, or something, like that to make a song an anthem of you and your bro or you and your crew setting aside your differences back together, and now you're ready to take over, whatever. Because there's not a song out there like that, to be fair.
And once again, kudos to Meek doing everything that he needs to do. He says back to back on the song.
Yeah, I know.
Like when you start owning things, just like Drake saying how you let the dude fighting Ghost Riders turn you to when you own the things that people are like hating for, they have to be like,
that's why Drake's always been great at accepting the memes. Like,
yeah, you have to shut it down. Like, you have to own it and keep it moving. And I think that's what Going Bad was all about. No more Drake and Meek beef. It was squashed. He said, I watched an interview where he said that they've been talking for like a year, but they were waiting to like make it public because maybe not everybody was ready for it. But I'm glad that they're back.
Good
cool
stuff. I know there's gonna be some people who are like, yeah, this is my favorite song. Not mine personally,
there will be.
But
Tic Tac Toe with Kodak Black. It was straight. I like the Kodak just has like this thing that I do like about him. 24/7, like Dobie said. LMI. The 21 Savage verse, Pay You Back, I really like.
Dude, 21 Savage says the dumbest stuff in the coolest way possible. Like, I don't know how he does it. That's kind of what I mean about Jay. Like, they're not like these crazy complicated things, but just the way you can say something sometimes makes you go, yeah, that's hard. Right. I don't get how he does it personally. Yeah. I mean, but he says stuff that no one else says. That's what's funny about it.
I feel like John Wick with the stick. Like, it's just dope. It's just dope. Shout out to 21 Savage, man. Dangerous, the song with Jeremiah and PNB Rock. I really liked that song when it was a single a few months ago, and I like it now. Cold Hearted 2, I think, is a little underrated from what I've been seeing. Not a lot of people are talking about it, but the last half of that song, he lost his mind, and I was like, "Yo,
they don't get there." That's why. Yeah, but it's true. Good.
Yeah, he lost his mind at the end of that song.
It's
he
good.
went crazy. So, overall, I think it's a pretty good album, man. I think I don't think you should ever listen to a Meek Mill album and think you're gonna get like this crazy lyrical content, but he screams a little less. I did notice that. Like, there was a time when if it was a girl song with a female on the hook or something, he was still screaming. And I was like, yo,
calm yourself.
What are you doing? And now, like, with the LMA record, he's kind of talking at a lower tone. He's figuring it out. You know, he's taking advice.
I feel like this was his best album because it didn't feel too polished. It felt still like a mixtape in an album form. Like, I feel like this could have been Dream Chasers 5. Like, in a weird way.
Yeah.
I don't know.
This felt good.
I felt like he didn't overthink it. He's just like, yo, let's do this, like this. Let's keep these beats with like this, like the horns and stuff. And they just ran with it.
Shout out to Phil Collins as well. I don't know the amount of money he had to pay to get a Phil Collins sample.
Yeah, somebody was like, no one else should ever sample this song ever again.
Yeah, Phil Collins, I don't think is just like signing away on that. That's kind of big. So shout out to Phil Collins. Shout out to Meek Mill Championships. It's out now. Finally, the wait is over. Did he have the last big album of 2018? We'll see. Uptown. So good. So we had Lil Baby Street Gossip. What's crazy is this coming out on the same week of Meek. There's a few songs that I really like on this project that probably aren't going to get talked about because of it. The time it came out with Meek. There's actually a few albums like that. So there's a song called Time on the Lil Baby album featuring Meek that's really good. On this album, there's like a 3-song stretch where a Lil Baby was in his bag. So the song called Time, the Ready song with Gunna, Word on the Street. I like those 3 songs. Those 3 songs are really good together.
I think it was Word on the Street was the one I was like, yeah, this is
Word on the Street. That it's a good stretch. It's a really good stretch of songs. Realist in It with Gucci and Offset. Like that song. Section 8 with Young Thug. I like that song. To me, this is... Lil Baby has dropped so much feature music. This is his 3rd album. of 2018. Like, he's put out a lot of music.
What's up with quality control in Atlanta? I wonder if it's like get in the habit of recording all the time because that's what they need to do in Atlanta to get anywhere. You just need to constantly be releasing.
I think all of these people have come through Gucci in some type of way, and Gucci just records and records. In 2018, he's about to drop another album, and he's dropped like 1 or 2 this year already. I think they just want to saturate and oversaturate, and I know it can be a bad thing, but the fact that Offset comes out in a couple weeks and we're going to get technically 4 Migos albums or 4 albums from like the Migo Associates is crazy. Like, in a year, I just think that they like to oversaturate and they like to put out tons of music. And if it's good, then it can work. And I think people in Atlanta love it. I don't know if they feel the oversaturation like we do here. So this album was decent. Lil Baby has grown on me so much. He has something. He definitely has something that I can like. The song Pure Cocaine's funny too. That was called Street Gossip too, by the way. So we had a double mixtape come out. 11/28 Trey songs. We'll start with breaking down 11. This did not have. It had 2 features. The other one's chocked full of features. But this had, well, technically 3 features. I like where Trey Songz is going. I can tell he's been thinking but not overthinking.
Yeah.
There is a song called Reflection that's really good. Who Let You Down that's really good. And Shooting Shots we talked about a few weeks ago because it was released as a single and it was good. Those are mine that I liked off 11. Do you had any that you liked?
Frankly, I don't remember the tracks.
Yeah, you just remember the
I remember
sound,
going through and I was like, yeah, some of these are good. Because we just felt like Trey Songz felt lost for a while.
Yeah.
And I didn't feel like he felt lost at all on these 2 projects.
Yeah, I agree. On the 28 side of it, there was like a bunch that I actually really liked. Body High with Sway Lee. I really like that song. To hear Sway Lee's contrast, like to hear the contrast of like, this is a guy who can sing really good, and then Sway Lee's like, and I'm like, this is really weird.
No runs, straight notes.
Spark with Jacquees is good. This whole thing is really solid, actually. Automatic with Shy Glizzy and OT Genesis is a bop. Top 10 is a bop. I didn't like the rotation song with Dave East. I don't think that their voices really do much together. Don't Say Ish with Chris Brown Fabulous is a bop too. It was good. It was a good project.
I don't know if he needed to.
Yeah. I mean, I know it was his birthday, so he was doing like 11/28, but he could have.
I just realized that's what it was for.
Oh yeah, yeah. He could have skimmed it down.
That makes a lot more sense.
He could have skimmed it down for sure. He could have made it a little bit more concise, but 2 mixtapes on one day. Did you listen to the 6ix9ine album at all?
No.
Okay, that's fine.
From what I heard, it sounds like it was put together last minute because of him going and being incarcerated.
Yeah. I think they put it out because it's looking like he's gonna be in for a minute, and they were trying to get as much money for like his family and to recoup.
Yeah, who knows?
Yeah. Ski Mask, the Slump God, Stokely. Now, what I'll say about this project is I like the album art.
Album art is fire.
Big fan of album art. I still think that stuff matters. I'm not a Ski Mask fan, so my opinion is probably more harsh than someone like I would have to talk to a Ski Mask fan. You know what I mean? To say if this is good or not. I don't know.
I talked to somebody who I played games with. He's like, yo, you listen to that new Ski Mask? He listened to Ski Mask before Meek Mill. So
I mean,
it's like,
listen, he's in that thing of people who are going crazy for Ski Mask right now.
However, between this and Lil Yachty, there have been some good cover arts lately.
Yeah,
it's the do-rag that matches it. The do-rag is what pops it off.
It's this conversation about marketing and the niche audience that you have when you have a cult following. Everything matters as far as your marketing. So good. My favorite song off this, mentioning Lil Baby, was Far Gone. Lil Baby. The rest of it, like I said, I'm not a Slump God fan, so I just didn't really drive with it.
Is it
honestly.
him
It's
who I
alright.
absolutely couldn't stand? There's one guy I listened. It was like, because it was another.
Yeah, you didn't like Slump God.
It was that album, right? Where
Yeah.
I got like 4 songs in, and I was like, "Yo, I'm done."
Yeah.
It's him, right?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Like,
There's an artist by the name of Larry June that I didn't get a chance to listen to, but I'm interested because of the cover art. It looks like a 1980s type of T-top that he's in, and I would like to listen to it. I did listen to Black Thought, Streams of Thought, Volume 2. This is a follow-up to Volume 1, 9 songs, and this is just bars, bars, bars. If you want these catchy choruses and hooks, you will not find them here. That's just not what he's into. I love this just because of bars. I did like Volume 1 more, though. I will say that. But I enjoyed this as well. My favorite song, How to Hold a Choppa. I liked it. Black Thought. And he can rap better than anyone, really.
why can't we have white thoughts? Why does it have
You
to
can.
be black?
You can. You can. You definitely can. Alessia Cara, The Pains of Growing. I am so upset at her marketing team.
Yeah, I like, to be fair, like I was like, oh, we got to record today, and I like, went back and I looked at some of the songs, and I was like, wait, I didn't know she came out. I didn't even like.
Yeah.
There was like no talk about it.
And she signed to Def Jam. This is why like artists like KRIT leave. Like Def Jam is so stupid. They only make sure they
Logic
pump
does
money
his own
in
project,
yep.
marketing. I
Logic
think it's because
does it
he
himself.
he thinks about marketing. Not everybody
And I
can think about it.
I think they still care about Bieber, who's still over there technically. But Bieber is a machine, and I think they know if they like. I think they only have money in a few artists. I think they care about Logic. I think they care about Bieber.
Yeah,
And I don't even know who else is over there. A couple people.
I kind of feel like Bieber now, though. They're like, "Hey, Bieber, you got to come out with something." And I feel like he's in a point, and he's like, "I'm gonna do whatever I want." Like,
Yeah,
Y'all-
I saw something on Twitter where it's like he owes them albums like every year or
Yeah.
every so often. and
He's
he
gotta
just
owe
doesn't
them
do
one.
them. Like
He's
he just
gotta owe
doesn't.
one.
He just doesn't do them, and they let him just not do them. Kind of like NSYNC still owes Sony
Yeah.
an album.
well, to be fair, I think
Like-
Justin Bieber's next album will be talked about a lot. People have been waiting for a Bieber album for a long time.
yeah, I think
it's gonna be so good.
I think the next album could be his best album.
Dude, I mean, Purpose came out what, 14, 15?
I want to say 15.
It's been a while.
It's 15, I think. But yeah, it's been a minute.
He's married now.
He's married now.
Give me married songs.
Yeah, I'm pissed. I'm pissed at Def Jam for doing this. The Pains of Growing, Alessia Cara. When I first heard the Don't Want to Be Here song a long time ago, I thought it was really great. And she's back again. This album has, I think I'm pissed because this album has good songs. That's why I'm pissed. Because this album is not going to be talked about, and she should be. She has been relegated to great commercial songs, songs that are on albums, or not albums, soundtracks. And there's a bunch of those on here, but songs like Nintendo Games, songs like Girl Next Door, Out of Love, dude, she could be marketed to the core.
I feel like it's
She
not
really
a good
could.
time right now.
It's not. For
I
some
would have
reason,
waited until January. Am I the only one who feels that?
yeah, I could do
January or February?
Yeah, I could do January, and I just would be doing everything different with her. She's really great, and I don't know what's happening. I'm so pissed. But yeah, it's out right now. Her three song stretch for me was Nintendo Game, Out of Love, Girl Next Door. Those 3 songs together, amazing, amazing, amazing. The whole thing is pretty good, though, honestly. I think that there's like little girls that would love this stuff. So it's really good. It's really good. Shout out to Alessia Cara. The Pains of Growing.
Pains of Growing. Did you listen to Earl's Sweatshirt?
Yeah, I listened to Earl Sweatshirt. Some rap songs, for those that don't know. Earl is a part. I don't know if they've really broken up or not, but of Odd Future. He's gone his own way. He has done the J. Cole thing and has produced a lot of this record himself. He produces a lot of his own music. It's a long project in my head, but it's a really short project in my head too, because there's only 2 songs over 2 minutes long. It's very quick. 25 minutes, 15 songs. I thought it was okay. Earl has always had better bars than Tyler. He's always had better bars than most of the people on Odd Future. There is a backpacker vibe to this for sure with a lot of the beats he made. I don't mind it, but it's just not my favorite stuff. Like, it's just,
I'm not sure if I get the hype around him.
I think he kind of like Slump God in a different way. He just has a core audience of people who like dig it. But
it's like I don't care rap. Mm-hmm. You know, I feel like that's a thing.
It's a lazy flow. It's a lazy I don't care type of thing. Yeah, but not my thing. I don't think it's terrible, but it's just not what I'm into. If you're gonna go backpacker, I need boom bap and I need like tons and tons of bars filling up the space. In contrast, he raps off beat on a lot of these songs, and it annoys me a little bit. But
I would love to hear from any big Earl Sweatshirt fans. Hit us up on Daps_pounds.
Yeah.
Message us. Let us know if you like this project, if you don't like this project, but give it a little backstory why. So if you're loving it, what are some of the songs that stand out to you? Why do you like Earl Sweatshirt so much? So yeah, just hit us up, Daps_pounds.
And I have been seeing good reviews for it.
Right. I have too.
I agree. Let us know. Let us know what's going on. The 1975 dropped a brief inquiry into online dating. They are one of my favorite bands out right now. I love the 1975 quite a bit. This album, believe it or not, this album could be in my top 10 of the year. Like, I love this album.
I gotta go back and I actually didn't get to listen to this, so now I need to listen.
Musically, I didn't read the album credits, but musically it sounds like Donnie Trumpet and a lot of the people that were doing Coloring Book with Chance were involved or influenced some way. There's horns and jazz and there's a lot of synth. There's a bunch of songs. We mentioned the Drake and Meek thing where, you might put songs on your album that have nothing to do with words or anything. It's just music. And there's a bunch of that on this where there's some tracks that are just super short and there's no chorus or anything. It's just,
right.
So it's not 15 songs full of like lyrics. There's some songs that are just music. But it's all put together really well. My favorite song, Sincerity is Scary. So good. Love it to death. Lyrically, next level. Really good project, though. I love it. Give Yourself a Try is great. Time to is really good. Time to Two Times, is really good. Love It If We Made It's really good. That's been like the most successful hit from them. But yeah, I like it a lot. The 1975, a brief inquiry into online relationships.
Wow.
What else came out album-wise? Let's see here. DaniLeigh, I listened to her. The Plan. Now, what's interesting, I first saw her because of the
challenge.
The challenge,
yeah,
In My Feelings challenge.
That hair.
Yeah, and I go to her Instagram because I was like, yo, she looks like a baddie. Yeah. So I go there immediately. And then the next week I hear Lil Baby and I go, this song could be crazy. And then I saw dance videos of people dancing to Lil Baby because she's a dancer as well. I was like, fam. She's
got I think she actually has a lane because there's so many different pop female artists. She's got the lazy, chill vibe. Like, literally, Cruz has chopped and screwed music into it. And for me personally, I was like, yes, I like this album. I'm for this album. I'm going back to this album. All for it. I think she has the image. I mean, you're a dancer. If you already have the dancing aspect of it down, her social media presence is actually already pretty big. So I think she has a chance to make something.
And I think that when people hear the words industry plant, they automatically think it's negative. But I watched an interview she did on Ebro, and I watched something that Jinx said on State of the Culture, and I put them together in my mind, and I go, she might be an industry plant, because he was saying that, or she was saying on the Ebro interview, Prince picked me to be a background dancer for him when I was really young, and he had just like seen something I had done, and so they became friends. And she was kind of under his wing. He died. She's continued to dance, and then she just made her name at dancing. And then she goes, "Oh yeah, I want to sing. You know, I have a bunch of followers and stuff. Let's see if I can sing," type of thing. Then the challenge happened, and it's like, okay, let's put out the music. You know, like it's very. And then Jinx said that he was at a concert and no one knew who she was. And then it's like, how did you get here? Like how were you able to perform with all these like known people? And so I think sometimes industry plant is like thought of as a negative thing, and I don't think it necessarily is. Sometimes it just means someone who has been planted in the industry because they have an organic following like outside of it, but they just don't have any entryway in. And then a viral video could be the thing that gets them in to the industry.
And also in some industry plants, you have the talent and ability, and then the industry, if they do it right, it's just a matter of opportunity and timing.
Yeah.
Perfect timing.
Yeah.
Because you have to think about it. We can't be not okay with people like her when we listen to this album. We go, this is dope. And then not be okay with this, but then be okay with Lil Peep because he had one big song on SoundCloud.
Yeah. Yeah.
And we think we're really going to compare the Lil Pump. I do it all the time. R.I.P. Sorry, Lil Pump. I do it every time. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, and I would say arguably that she has the more talent of the two, even though Lil Pump, for some reason, his verses are catchy lately.
I really want her to I really want this album. I would have tried to move it away from Meek's date if I were her people. Yeah. I talked about Alessia Cara getting buried. This is going to get buried. But I think it's good. I think that she has a lane. She is not like this great, big, huge belter singer, but
prophecy guy right now.
She's good.
Drake usually has a female artist that not everybody knows yet, but it's kind of big. I think she's the next one who's going to be the feature.
She could be. He's going to try to have a big relationship with her, though. I think that he's going to try to hook up with her first. But yeah, she could be featured on a Drake project.
Do you not see it? He takes these like really beautiful, new, up and coming female artists and puts them on his track.
I can see it.
Drake rides that wave.
He really does. I can see it. I think the Lil Baby remix featuring Lil Baby is probably one of the most brilliant things I've ever seen in my entire life. Like, seriously, that's what it's about, bro. Like, you said it, timing. Lil Baby is on fire out here. Yeah. She has a record, Lil Baby. Like, it just makes sense. I love it. So yeah, DaniLeigh, she is gorgeous. She has the song The Plan out now, or the album The Plan out now. And she is the girl from the In My Feelings challenges, if you don't know her. So yeah, really good stuff.
That's all I listen to.
Okay. I don't think I really listened to much else. I did find a cool rock band through osmosis, though. They are called The Story So Far. I found them this morning, and they are dope. This restores the feeling.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Like Greta Van Fleet feeling? What kind of rock?
A little bit. Greta / the band that we found earlier this year / there's some Sum 41 influence. This restores the feeling, though. Trust me. The Story So Far, proper dose. I don't know when it came out. I just found it this morning. We are gonna go though to the Loosie Goosies. Let's talk about the singles that were put out. We can start with Good Form featuring Lil Wayne, Nicki Minaj. That was put out on her deluxe. But she just released the music video. If I'm gonna get catty for a minute, I guess the two girls that have beef with Cardi, she flew them out and put them in the music video just to like do it. And I'm like, fam, what is going on? Music video was also interesting because they had like all of Young Money there, like Tyga and
I didn't even watch
Wayne
it.
And
I didn't
some
even
other
listen
people.
to this song.
I watched the music video because someone said there's a Young Money reunion, and it was
Drake
cool.
was in it?
No.
Yeah.
No. But
he's too big.
Everyone
now.
else was there though.
He'll shout him out, but I feel like he doesn't like.
Well,
I don't think the Lil Wayne Drake EP is happening personally. So there was like a rumor about it.
I know.
I don't
think
it's
can
happening.
happen. But
I don't think it's happening. By the way, if we're gonna talk about music videos, though, Ariana Grande, I'm gonna have to put her
She's
video
different.
in one of the tops.
She's different.
I'm
She's
telling
different
you,
right now.
is she? Oh, she might
She's
be
different.
becoming the biggest pop star.
She's different. She's.
It's only Taylor that I
I
can only
want
think
her
of.
to tear down and burn down the Taylor Swift
Yeah.
empire, and I think that she has a really good chance of doing it. I mean,
Somebody said it was the first breakup song where they didn't feel sorry for themselves. And I was like, that says a lot.
that's an interesting thought. I thought it was good though. I thought she's doing everything right on that song because she's saying thank you and I'm okay with me now and I'm okay with y'all, and it was good. I saw people get like really introspective though, and they have zoomed in on the burn book, and I guess like there's a picture of her and Big Sean in the book, and it says can still get it. And then when it came to Pete, said he had a huge, and then
Well, that's what it is. They even made fun of it. And she's
Yeah.
like, yeah, I've had a guy. He had a big tooth, but have you ever dated a boy without it?
just wild. But music video was perfect. She spoofed all of like the early 2000s classic girl chick flick movies. It was really good. Mean Girls is one of my favorite movies ever. So yeah, it was dope. Mark Ronson, Nothing Breaks Like a Heart, featuring Miley Cyrus. Saw people talking about this on Twitter Friday morning. I listened to the song. This is not the Miley that I'm into. Mark Ronson is an established, really good producer, but this wasn't it for me. Did you listen to this at all?
I think I personally, I just think it's done.
With Miley, yeah.
Just move on.
Yeah. Chance the Rapper dropped 2 songs, The Man Who Has Everything and My Own Thing. The Man Who Has Everything is more of a chill backpack type of vibe. My Own Thing is more hype, featuring Joey Perp. I like My Own Thing more out of the two.
I like My Own Thing as well. I don't think these singles are good for Chance, though. I don't think they're helping him at all. The other two just died down so fast.
I don't know what he's doing, but I think he has a plan maybe, but I don't know what it is. I can't figure it out, but I don't expect these to be on any project. I think he's just releasing these songs. I'd be surprised if they're like on a project. So I don't know. He did have some bars on the other one, but I just liked the My Own Thing record more. ZAYN dropped Rainberry, Not My Thing Again. I kind of feel like you feel about Miley. I think you might be done. Gucci Mane, Bipolar, featuring Quavo. I like this song. It's a Gucci Mane song. I like all Gucci Mane songs. Benny Blanco, Jesse, and Sway Lee, Better to Lie. I like this song a lot.
The song's really, really, really good.
I don't like it as much as Eastside, but I really like it. I really like it.
Eastside's special.
Sway Lee just finds a way to like do stuff that's really cool to me. Alessia Cara, we talked about Nintendo game. That was one of my favorites off of the album, and I think that song's really good. Kelly Rowland dropped a new single for the first time in a long time called Kelly. I thought it was pretty good. It's no motivation though, but I thought it was pretty good. Kodak Black, Calling My Spirit. Kodak's just on a wave right now. I don't know how to really explain it, but it's okay. Let's see here. Any big ones? Saweetie, she dropped Pissed. I kind of like that song. It's like a girl record.
I think she has it. I think
she's gonna come.
She's gonna come.
Yeah, I agree with you.
I think she's going to make something of herself.
Yeah, I can see that. Tony Romedy, Perfect, featuring Russ. I actually like this song. Tony Romedy is someone that I found earlier this year, actually, and she put out a really good album, but she kind of reminded me of DaniLeigh in the sense that I think it got buried just because no one really knew who they were and stuff like that, but it was good. Yeah, any other singles I'm forgetting that might have come out? Will Christopher put out another one? That's my guy.
Yeah, KRIT, brother.
KRIT dropped Double Down. I don't know if when people do this and they say, I don't know how like the mechanics work. If they say Double Down, the EP, and it's 2 songs, or what do they call it? An EP? I don't really know. But Double Down, he dropped Learned from Texas and Pick Yourself Up. I love both of these so much, bro.
I don't know if I like. No, they are both really good, but I feel like one "Learn from Texas" just stands out to me way more.
Great. I love "Learn from Texas." I love the "Pick Yourself Up" sample because it's from like Drake's used it, and a bunch of people have used that sample music before. Classic. "Learn from Texas" is great. He sounds like Pimp C. I love it. I need it.
"Learn from Texas" is
So
crazy
so good. So
I love
good.
"Learn." You don't hear songs like that anymore.
No, it's great. It's great. I need it. I need it in my life. KRIT is just so good. Yeah, I think that was all the singles though that there were. If we missed anything, guys, please do your best to let us know on Daps_pounds. Let's see here. We have football is coming to a close, both professionally and collegiate. Collegiate wise, the top 4 got put out.
Yeah, where's
tell me
LSU
if
playing?
I'm wrong. Wait, what?
Where's LSU? The bowl.
Oh, I think I saw maybe Fiesta.
You got the Fiesta Bowl.
I don't know.
So the top
Fiesta
four.
or Sugar.
The top 4. I mean, everybody's gonna know, but it's Alabama is going to play Oklahoma, and then Clemson is going to play Notre Dame. So yeah, we'll see what happens. Hate Clemson. You know what's really bad and sad about how deep the rivalry goes? I've really had a heart check the other day because I don't know how I would feel if like their team got like in a major bus accident or something like that. Like,
Fam.
yeah, that's why I said I had to really heart check. I'm trying to tell you guys, like, my hatred for Clemson's not healthy. I can't stand anything about them, but I like Deshaun Watson and DeAndre Hopkins now only because they're with the Texans. So there is redemption for me, ladies and gentlemen. But when they are at Clemson, I can't stand anything about them. Like, I genuinely get heated. Like,
That's actually hilarious.
it's just too much. I can't.
So we are going to have LSU in the Fiesta Bowl. It's going to be UCF versus LSU.
That would be fun.
Yeah, UCF is coming in with a lot of people like it.
If you
A lot of
had,
people
if UCF still had their starting quarterback, the guy who got really badly injured with a bad knee injury, he might not play football ever again. But if UCF still had him, I would actually be kind of concerned for LSU because that offense is so high powered.
That's a really high-powered offense. So we'll see what happens. Fiesta Bowl. I'm
You got
cool
some
with it.
monsters on D. You got some.
We got monsters. We got big boys on D. We'll see what happens. I hope we pull out the win, and I always look forward to bowl season in college.
We played the Belk Bowl against Virginia. Yeah.
Okay.
Dude, Virginia's trash. The only good team they beat. You want to hear?
Yeah.
Miami.
So you should win, though. That's good.
Yeah. I was hoping,
good.
my dad and I were hoping that we were going to get the Music City Bowl because it's in Nashville, and we were thinking about maybe going out and watching it.
Oh, that's cool.
But nope. So, anyways, yeah, football's good. Fantasy football. I might make the playoff. I am making the playoffs in one league, but and the one Malcolm and I are in, I'll be making the playoffs in that. But the other league that I'm in, I don't think I will. I just had bad luck that year. What do you think about the Kareem Hunt situation?
Kareem Hunt, he just was released by the he's Kansas
Chiefs.
City, yeah. For the Kansas City Chiefs. There was a video that surfaced of him back in February of this year pushing and kicking a woman, and therefore he was released immediately. There's a lot of backlash because people say that the NFL and the team knew about the incident but let him play. Some people are saying that they didn't know about the video, though, and so he's in trouble. He lied to the team about the events that happened once the video came out. They swiftly let him go.
Yeah, which is, apparently they let him go because he lied.
Yeah, that's
what I was hearing.
Yeah.
And I guess Hunt now is just saying like he's trying to just serve his sentence now, even though he's not on an NFL team. Because I guess you can do that. Like Mark Sanchez did it. So he's basically just owning up, which is what you should do. So whoever is PR person smart, it's like it's on camera. You can't really fight it. Accept it. You know, we understand that the antagonizing situation, blah, blah, blah. But I mean, you were in the wrong, and I think that's what he needs to do. Just say, "Yo, I messed up. I'm in the wrong. I don't want this to be the defining moment in my career, and I need to serve my punishment, and then show people what it's like to come back and learn from your mistakes."
Yeah, well said. I mean, I think that whenever something's on video, I think it's always like really hard to dispute. I think that there's some people that are just like, oh, it wasn't that bad. I'm like, fam, anytime you put your hands on a woman, it doesn't matter if you shove her or if you like are standing over her punching. Like, I guess one's more brutal, but like video plus you putting your hands on a woman in like a disrespectful way, it's done. Like you can't do anything. Like there's no. So I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen from this. Kareem Hunt was one of the best running backs of 2018. So sad to see people make poor decisions in that sense. But I guess we'll just have to wait and see what happens, honestly. Super Bowl predictions. What are you thinking?
Dude, who knows? I don't know if you've been paying attention to the games today. But
wide open, really.
It could be anybody's game. I still think, though, the Los Angeles Rams they're still very dangerous. I think the Kansas City Chiefs, they did take a chunk out. So I think, I don't know. We'll just see because they got to change some things up now. Mm-hmm. But even though the Saints played a good game, that could just be one of those they had a bad game and then they come back crazy again. Yeah. You just don't know. That's what's wild about it. But I don't know. We'll see. Because people forgetting, Texans have won 9 straight.
They've won 9 straight. The Texans, I think, are like a weird sleeper. The Texans, to me, are the team that no one really wants to play in the playoffs.
I don't think people want to play the Bears either, though.
No, the Bears are another team that I don't think people really want to play in the playoffs.
And I'm hoping the Los Angeles Chargers, I hope they get the wild card spot. I have a soft spot for the Chargers. I don't know why. I just always have.
I've never not liked them or liked them. I've just never thought about them. But
everybody liked LaDainian.
Yeah, I mean, my dad was a Junior Seau fan, so I paid attention to them growing up. But I thought LT was like so sick. But and Phillip, I have a soft spot for Phillip just because of the trade with him and Breeze. I've always like kind of paid attention because over the years, people compare Phillip and Breeze a lot just because of the trade. So shout out to them. They're doing their thing though.
Shout out to the shout out.
Guys, thank you so much for joining us. We are going to close this episode out the only way we know how. That is 101 conversation starters for couples. Dobie, what do we have this week?
Well, let me turn the page and
Let me turn the page.
What? I don't even know how to pronounce that.
Biracial.
One of the descendants of King Saul was named I'm a theological major and I forget how to pronounce this. Mephibosheth? How would you say that?
Where's that?
This page.
With Mephibosheth.
I'm terrible.
Mesothelioma.
Mesothelioma. Do you like that first name? If you could choose another first name for yourself, what would it be? So it's basically like, haha, let's make fun of this name.
Okay.
What first name would you rather be?
Jackson.
I am for real.
Never meant to make you. Yeah, what would it be for you? I like the name Jackson.
Jackson, that would be your name, huh? Let's see here. What would be a great? I think I would be a great Tupac. No, I'm just kidding.
Tupac Dobler.
I'd probably be some anime character, like if I had to choose.
Like Naruto or To?
No, I don't think I would do
Frieza.
Naruto. Too many syllables. I don't like.
What's
names
the little
with too
black
many
guy from Dragon Ball Z that's like just a big black dot with eyes?
Golly, is it Popo?
I know a little bit.
I think it's Popo.
Popo, yeah. Popo, because there's like the land of the living, and you can go back and forth. See, I know what it is.
It'd probably be Goku, Luffy. Luffy. I would probably do Luffy. Because Goku just... I'd have to work out all the time if my name was Goku.
True, he's strapped. He's big.
Yeah, he's out here. He's out here strapped, ready to go.
Guys, thank you so much. Please let us know at Daps_pounds what your name would be if you had a chance to change it. Until next time, we will be back next week. Is next week the season finale, maybe?
No.
Or the week after? Week after?
Let's see here. Let's look at the dates here so you guys know what's going on. No, so it will be this Tuesday, the next Tuesday, and the 18th will be the season finale, and then on the 25th you'll get our favorite albums, and then on January 1st you will get our favorite like songs or whatever else we want to do, and then on the 8th we will come back with season 3.
Nice. So, guys, thank you so much for listening. We hope that you enjoy your work week. We hope that you enjoy whatever you are doing at this current moment. Just make sure you're doing it while listening to the Daps and Pounds show. Thank you so much for listening. My name is Malky. To my left, we have...
Yabad.
Yabad. We represent 2 mics.
2 friends.
And 3 shows.
Yeah.
The Daps and Pounds, the Daps and Pounds, the Daps and Pounds show.
What?
Woo! Shout out to the shout out. Gang, gang, gang.